What is your chariot? What drives you? Where do you want to ultimately be in this short span of time that we call life? Let us ponder this. I do this often during my extensive travels as it helps unravel the mind. For mind constantly comes to me and says, well, I'm another year older and I have the faintest idea on what I want to do. So I always ask it this. What is the chariot that drives you forward? How would you live life if money didn't exist? So, I always ask it this. What is the chariot that drives you forward? How would you live life if money didn't exist? And you know what it tells me? It's so amazing. It tells me that as a result of our human need for survival, we have been wired to focus solely on survival. And oftentimes, we forget about what truly keeps us alive to continue our survival. The joys in life that makes survival even worth it in the first place. Then it tells me it would like to possibly live life as an actor, a gardener, a musician, or simply just someone who travels from place to place and write about the chariots that drives many others. But then it tells me it can't make money that way. I ponder deeper and then I tell my mind to go for it. What do you want to do? I ask it. When it does finally make up its mind, which it really wants to do, I will tell it to do that and forget about money. Because if it says money is the most important thing, it will spend its entire spongy life completely wasting its time. You'll be doing things you don't like doing in order to go on living. That is to continue doing things you don't like doing, which is asinine. Better to have a short life full of what you like doing than a long life spent in a miserable way, I will tell it.
So cute.
After all, if you do really like what you're doing, then it doesn't matter what it is. You can eventually turn it into a craft. You become a master of it. It's the only way to be a master of something, to really vibe with it. And then you'll be able to get compensated for whatever it is. And the best part of all is that it won't feel like misery, for it is your chariot. I will tell my mind not to worry too much. Everyone's interested in something, and there will be others that shares the same interest as my mind. But it's absolutely asinine for it to spend its time doing things it doesn't like in order to continue doing things it doesn't like and then teach its children to follow suit. Children ride along on the chariots we create, and they see what we do as we raise them. And in order that they may justify their existence, they raise and educate their children to bring up their children to ride on the same chariot as they had, to live the same sort of lives as they did, and ultimately create some faulty chariot in life in which their sole purpose yearns for money. So it's all survival and no joy. Life becomes stagnant and the unpleasant stench of depression follows. It becomes cyclical. Thus, it's so important to consider this question. What is your chariot? My mind still ponders it.
good cat.